Well, at least we still have the Bandits. What's he got? Nothing! But this isn't about the Bandits, about the terrible 10 games that the Indians had. Okay, let's get right to it. You sweep Seattle, great. You have a couple off days, and game one on the doubleheader versus the Braves, you get off to a slow start, but finish strong at the end. Second game, you're up 7-0, and then the bullpen gives up 6, and 1 inherited. Okay, let's win tomorrow. How about no? You go down 11-0 against the Braves, and then score 5 in the final 3 just to make it competitive. Let's go win tomorrow. You only managed to score 1 run against the Miami Marlins, so they got another game against Miami, and they finally win after losing 3 straight, 6-2, thanks to Jose Ramirez, who was 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and also a great outing by Jeffrey Rodriguez, only his second career Indian start, and he goes 7, gives up 3 hits, 2 walks, and only allows 1 run. And how about Nick Whittingren? In 7 appearances, 9 1/3 innings, he has a .96 ERA and a .64 WHIP. I know he had a couple of good years with Miami, but for what we paid for him, I didn't think he'd be this good. Okay, on to Houston. It's a 4-game series, and the first 2 games, we dominate them. Our bullpen and pitching staff dominates their bats, and Bauer even throws some shade at Bregman. I'm looking forward to this vid, and it's tied 3-3 in the 10th. Shane Bieber had a bounce-back start, struck out 9. No, come on, Adam. It's time for another episode of Painting with Adam Simber, Bob Ross. Okay, so here's you, Adam. Here's Tony Kemp. You do not throw an 83-mile-an-hour fastball right belt high where a guy could send it up into the cheap seats. I mean, you could have given up the home run to Springer, Altuve, Correa, definitely not Bregman. But Tony Kemp, his first career walk-off? Okay, so we could still win the series 3-1. Sunday Night Baseball, you got A-Rod calling the game. And certainly a better version of Joe Buck, too. Indians up 1-0 heading into the 7th. You got A-Rod playing catch with Tony Kemp. Great pitching by both pitchers, at least for the first 6 innings by Cookie. Okay, Astros tie it. Yuli Gurriel hit a double off the top of the left field wall, scoring Michael Brantley. And then you decide to put Reddick on the go-ahead run, and then Robinson Chirinos, who has had good numbers off Carrasco, hits one. Woo! Over A-Rod's head. Okay, that's an improvement, considering last year that they swept you 3 games in on the ALDS and outplaying you in every category. So they won 500 last time I talked to you, 5-5. Their current record is 15-12, and they're 2 games back of Minnesota. And they still have plenty of games against them, so I'm not concerned about that part. My 3 MVPs of the week were Trevor Bauer. He was 1-0 in 2 starts. And he also got me 40 fantasy points. Only gave up 3 runs and struck out 13. Francisco Lindor, who's finally back. And I will continue to say this. Francisco Lindor is still a Cleveland Indian. And also Brad Hand, who in 5 appearances pitched 5 innings and had 3 saves, and is up to 8 now on the year. And my 3 disappointments are Greg Allen and Eric Stamens, who both didn't hit over .100 and were finally both sent down. And also Oliver Perez, because he was so dominant as a setup man and also a lefty-on-lefty man, and he hasn't found it yet. It's time for them top plays! I only have one for you guys this week. It was Francisco Lindor's home run on one knee that carried and over the right field fence, upper deck. 3 dang-its are giving up 8 unanswered to Atlanta. Next game, giving up 11 unanswered. And then giving up a walk-off home run to Tony Kemp. My one question was, what have you thought of Francisco Lindor's return? Well, he's only hitting .219, but he also has 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. And the Indians will win the division this year. I promise that you never find another like me. I'm sorry, I hate that song. That's the worst one she's made. So that is it for this one. Click like if you like this vid. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Bandits game this Saturday, 7:30. Round 1 of the playoffs. There will be a video on Monday about it.